Hello and good evening. Welcome back to Cricket TV, your ultimate destination to all things cricket and more. I'm Hetli Patel, and today joining us is Nikhil Morsawala. A very happy Nikhil Morsawala, considering the way Yashasvi Jaiswal played.
Not very happy. Happy because the first
Happy.
game went your way. Of course, I'm happy for that. Delhi deserved to
Yes.
win, and honestly, old legs. I said yesterday, old legs they cannot chase.
Yeah.
I mean, I was shocked at the way CSK played yesterday. They did not deserve to win,
But then,
honestly. And you feel bad for people like Ravindra Jadeja and all the Rituraj Gupta because शायद अब मौका आया है कि जैसे कि कल मतलब मैं रिपीट कर रहा हूँ CSK has to look at tomorrow, not at today, because today is not tomorrow. उनका जो आज है वो कल नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि जो आज उनके खिलाड़ी है आधे लोग तो रिटायर होने वाले। तो
yeah,
भैया आप नए बंदे कब लोगे? आप नए बंदों को कब कल्टीवेट करेंगे? आप बाकी की टीम में देखिए, 18-18 साल के बच्चे आ रहे हैं, 20-20 साल के बच्चे आ रहे हैं, और यहाँ
yeah,
पे आपके पास 35-34 साल वाले सब खेल रहे हैं। तो मुझे लगता है थोड़ा अभी कल की मैच शुड बी अ फाइनल आई ओपनर फॉर
yeah.
CSK. You could have chased that. You were playing at your home ground. You had the firepower, but, 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 but you failed against I think, the weakest bowling attack in the team. And if that happens to you, I think God save you. What do
I
you think?
know. Yeah, yeah. With the star powers, Vijay Shankar played. No offense to him, but he turned out to be the best player. The one who I think he scored around 69 runs. He was unbeaten. Or Kal Dhoni ji, he played 10 overs and 30 runs. So I think that was quite disappointing for fans as well.
Very, I don't think quite disappointing. It was depressing.
Yeah.
You don't expect MSD to play like that. Then you would have thought he would have done Tilak Verma and retired. Just gone back to the pavilion because he was not playing well. But obviously there was nobody to follow also, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know whether there was anybody else to come in later. But very, very depressing. And I think Thala needs to either pull up his game and go out, in a blaze of glory, or just step down. I don't know. I mean, such a legend. He's such a legend. No one doesn't like to speak negative about him.
I know. Like the moment the news came out कि शायद उनका आखिरी मैच है, उनके मम्मी पापा देखने आए हैं, ये and वो, and all the fans were like, no, play one more game, you know. सबको देखना है कि finish it in style, finish it in Dhoni style,
We
and
want
maybe
that to
then
happen for him. We
yes,
want that to happen.
yeah, yeah. Everybody's
He
waiting
deserves
for
it
that.
because after what he's done for the country, he deserves it.
But KL Rahul, he played a spectacular game yesterday, 77 of 51. That's what's expected of him. Faf du Plessis nahi the, but we did not miss him as much. But yes, Delhi needs to pull up their socks in terms of fielding. Kafi drops away, kafi misfielding hua. They also did not take a review, which they should have. I think Vijay Shankar ke against, yes. So I think they'll have to. I mean, ये win था अच्छा है, but they'll have to retrospect and get back.
Yeah, but Delhi is clicking as a team again. Akshar Patel didn't bowl only one over yesterday, and in spite of that, they were able to pull out a big team like CSK or keep them in control. And they had very not super duper bowlers on by the side. So I think as a team, they're gelling very well. And that speaks volumes for Akshar Patel's captaincy, as well as the fact that they've chosen the right players, and the balance that's coming out is very good.
So after RCB, DC also broke the curse. I mean, they won at
Yes.
Chepauk yesterday. So looks like this CSK team is quite weak, and they'll have to do something. They'll have to work it out.
It's not weak on paper. That's the problem. On paper, it's strong. It's just that they're not performing, and as per the paper strength. So I think that's a bit depressing. I think that.
They're losing anyway. They have been losing. So
And
next match.
that pushes DC right up on top, undefeated team.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think psychologically that's a big plus for DC because they haven't lost yet, and they're the only team that is unbeaten. Everybody else
Yes.
has lost one match. So I
Yeah.
think that puts them in a separate bracket altogether. And I think that apart from the 2 points, the fact that they are unbeaten, the only unbeaten team so far, takes them going into the next match full of confidence. So I think best of luck to them.
And very put together team at this point, so it should continue the momentum they have been,
Yes, yes,
gaining. Yes.
yes.
और दूसरा मैच पंजाब किंग्स वर्सेस
Oh,
राजस्थान।
I told you at 10 overs, if you are 90 for one, 95 for one, 86 for one, that's what you want, right? And then you reach 200. Exactly what I said happened yesterday. At 10 over mark, 96 for one or something like that. And then the other batsman came in spite of being bogged down. So you saw Riyan Parag playing two, three very bad overs, not able to hit four dot balls, not able to read the slower ball, and he let. Yeah, I think he had two dot for four dot balls, and then he hit one six and one four, but
Yeah.
four dot balls in an over, and I think that's not Riyan Parag, right? I mean, that may be some other player. So in spite of, and why was that okay? Because initially the first two batsmen put the score
Yeah.
in such a position that even if you sort of lagged a bit behind later on, it was still not bad. So I think ये जो जरूरी है कि पहले 10 ओवर में आप अच्छा खेले, विकेट न गंवाएं, और एक 90 100 के आसपास तक पहुंच जाए तो आपको एक जो फाइटिंग टोटल है वो मिलता है।
Yeah.
और उसके बाद आप, क्योंकि जब आप 40 पे 4 होते हैं, हमने पहले भी मैच में देखा और कल की मैच में भी देखा कि जब पंजाब 40 पे 4 या 46 पे 4, ऐसा 49 पे 4 थी, 6 ओवर के 6 ओवर या 7 ओवर तक, उसके बाद दे कुड नॉट रिकवर, दे ट्राइड, दे हैड ग्लेनी मैक्सी गोइंग ग्रेट गन्स and hitting, and they had a Nehal Vadera
Vadela,
in
yeah.
full flow. But
Yes.
at the end of it, it just turns out to be
इतना
too
ही कर
much because
सकते हैं।
yeah,
Yes.
it becomes too much because the pressure that has been built on you with so many wickets going in the initial part and no runs being made or very few runs being made is a double whammy for you. And so you don't want to lose your wicket, you want to make runs, and then see
Yeah.
saw what happened. गुड फॉर राजस्थान, मुझे लगता है संजू सैमसन का पहला मैच एज कप्तान इन दिस आईपीएल। अभी तक रियान पराग कप्तान थे क्योंकि ये
Yeah.
इंजर्ड थे, पहला मैच, और उन्होंने अच्छी कप्तानी की। आप जो भी अगर आपने मैच देखी हो तो कूल काम, got
Yeah.
excited a couple of times, which is very rare for Sanju to come charging to the bowler and hug him, but he did that a couple of times yesterday. Just showed how important it was for him to uh, get that match under
Yeah.
his belt. And the batsman came through well. I think the good thing for RR was that Riyan Parag played well. No, maybe not to his potential, but he did play well. He could have done better, but he did play an innings that made them take the score to beyond 200. And I think Sanju and Yashasvi Jaiswal played a good opening partnership. That augurs well for them. Punjab somehow, I think, uh, something went wrong. Nothing
I
wrong.
think Jofra Archer went wrong for
Yeah, maybe it
Punjab.
was a bad day, and they did field well. They gave away a few more runs than necessary towards the end. I think the bowling was a bit sluggish. They should not have given away so many runs towards the last 5 7 overs. They would have kept at 180. It might have been a chaseable score. So I think a bad day in office for Punjab, but I don't think they have to worry. They still have one of the best teams in the tournament. And Shreyas being Shreyas, I think
He'll get back.
yesterday Jofra Archer came to the party. So you really
Yes.
can't, when such a class player comes in and takes two of your wickets and that to clean bold with some super deliveries. I mean, unplayable deliveries. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So I think great bowling, and I think I'm so happy for RR that uh, a team that is not as good as it was in the previous tournament because of the players that they have are coming through. One Indu played well, so did Pathirana, or Thikshana, sorry, Pathirana is in
Sorry.
C.
Tiksana. Tiksana.
Thikshana bowled well. So the two Sri Lankans have come through. They have done reasonably well, and Riyan Parag is playing well. Sanju is in his element. Yashasvi Jaiswal is coming through. They're gelling as a team. Hopefully, they should take the momentum forward.
And Punjab will want, Chahal to get back to his form. He has not been
Very
performing. So I think,
disappointing.
yeah, he needs to get back in what he can do, to up to his potential. सिर्फ अभी तक तो नहीं आया आईपीएल में, आई थिंक we haven't seen him. And yesterday,
यूजी का शायद sometimes it happens that what happens in your personal life reflects in your game, and I think शायद वो एक जो pressure इतना what he has been through, and I don't mean to be personal, but I know, and when we work in our company also we see people who have problems at home are not able to perform well in the office. It's very similar in a sport also कि भाई आपके अगर घर में ज्यादा स्ट्रेस है और आप घर में खुश नहीं रहते हो, तो आपका वो आपके जो आप जब व्यवसाय करते हो, उस व्यवसाय में जहाँ आप अपना काम कर रहे हो, उस काम के ऊपर असर पड़ता है। तो स्पर्धा में भी यही होता है, स्पोर्ट्स में भी यही होता है कि अगर आपकी मनसा अगर आप नेगेटिव मनसा से आते हैं या एक मायूस मनसा से आते हैं, तो जो मायूसी होती है घर की, वो आपकी स्पर्धा
रिफ्लेक्ट
में
होती है अपनी परफॉर्मेंस।
reflect on your
या
performance.
डेफिनेटली।
Maybe I don't know whether that is right conjecture or not, but I would think it's something that usually needs to come out often because he's a class player. I mean, you cannot deny that he's got amazing skills and his attitude, his team spirit. We've also seen that in the past, and
यस।
he's actually a guy who lifts the spirits of the team because he's supposed to be a good mimic and a good actor
या
and a good comic, in the dressing room. So I hope we wish him well, and I hope he does come through in the coming games. He's part of a great team, so he has a chance.
या डेफिनेटली। So congratulations to Rajasthan Royals. Their
And I
50
think they're
runs
number
win.
5.
They are six, I think.
So if you see the
Seven.
points table, and very interesting for the audience to know, 2, 3, 4 are all at 4 points, and played 3, 1, 2. 5, 6, 7 are also all at 4 points. One played 4, 1, 2. So it's all being determined on net run rate. So
Yeah,
जैसा हम पहले भी बता रहे कि नेट रन रेट शायद बहुत क्रिटिकल हो जाएगा इस टूर्नामेंट में, क्योंकि आज 2 नंबर से 7 नंबर तक सब सेम पॉइंट्स पे, 4।
yeah,
क्या डिस्टिंग्विश
yes.
कर रहा है? नेट रन रेट।
Net run
तो
rate.
अगर ये होता है तो कि तीसरे चौथे पोजीशन में कौन आएगा, तो वो नेट रन रेट एक बड़ा डिटर्मिनेंट होगा। तो इसलिए कल मुझे लगा कि सीएसके जब या पंजाब भी जब पिछले 3-4 ओवर में लगा कि अब तो हार गए, उनका रन रेट स्लो डाउन हो गया, वो गलत था। क्योंकि
Yeah,
उनका हार गए ठीक है, लेकिन जितना आप करीब पहुंचोगे लक्ष्य के, उतना आपका नेगेटिव नेट रन रेट कम होगा। तो
correct.
मेरे ख्याल से वो एक उनकी स्ट्रेटेजिक मिस्टेक हुई कि दे शुड हैव स्टेड एंड ट्राइड टू मेक एज मेनी रन्स एज पॉसिबल, नोइंग दैट स्कोर इज नॉट चेजेबल। लेट मी गो अप टू 180, 190, 195 because the margin of loss of 50 is too big in a T20. We should have come down to 20, 25, 15. Then the net run rate would have been much better. So I
Yeah,
think teams have to keep that in mind. It's not just losing. It's that by losing by what margin, that might become very critical as this tournament
moving
progresses.
forward. Yes, definitely. आज का मैच कुछ ऐसा हो सकता है, सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद और गुजरात टाइटंस के बीच में।
बिल्कुल। कहाँ खेल रहे हैं?
दे प्लेइंग इन हैदराबाद।
Oh, they're playing in Hyderabad. Okay.
हैदराबाद।
So Hyderabad has the home advantage.
They have a home advantage. I hope they have their batting advantage as well this time around.
Hmm. The problem is really bowling, I think. नहीं? बैटिंग तो है ही अच्छी उनकी। और
अच्छी
क्या?
है, but I think they'll have to play harder. They'll have to play consistent. They'll have to start building that partnership that hasn't been being built in previous 4 games or 3 games, I think. So करना पड़ेगा। और मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था पैट कमिंस के लिए भी। लास्ट टाइम इफ यू रिमेम्बर अगेंस्ट केकेआर, coming to Mendes, he played a brilliant over, 1 over 4 runs, 1 wicket, but he wasn't given another over. तो वो क्या थॉट प्रोसेस था, मुझे समझ में नहीं आया था।
और कैप्टन खुद है तो शायद।
It did not
No,
make
you're
sense.
right. I think it's a little, sometimes the captaincy decisions that are taken us beyond us, which when we're looking at
Yeah,
outside inside view. So it beats you sometimes because if you're in your element, why would you take yourself off unless you're not well, or unless there is some physical issue and you're not able to do it. So that's a good point. I think had he sustained, had he been there, and out of those 2 wickets taken another third or the fourth one, not allowed the fourth wicket, third wicket pair to take it to where it went, I think that's good. It would have been a different result.
yeah,
But जो हुआ सो हुआ, and I hope they learn from their
yeah.
experience. आज क्या, how is the pitch today? The high scoring one?
Well, I think so. Yes, SRH is this pitch should
इसी
be.
पे 286 बनाया था शायद, नहीं, हैदराबाद में।
Yeah, yeah.
तो
They played 286.
so that was the first tournament opener for them, and I think they made 286 against the Rajasthan
They,
Royals. And
they,
SRH also doesn't have a very strong. I mean, the and I don't know what Gujarat Titans bowling, because while they have a Rashid Khan, but who's not been firing on all cylinders. So Rashid Khan also has been like Uzi. He's been a big disappointment. And Siraj, to a certain extent, Mohammad Siraj has sort of I think played well. So he could, if he takes a couple of wickets in the beginning, if Hyderabad is playing first, then Hyderabad could have a tough time. But if Mohammad Siraj doesn't fire on all cylinders, I don't see Prasidh Krishna, Ishant Sharma making a big dent. Sai Kishore, yes, good. He could sort of compensate for Rashid Khan's non-performance. And if Rashid Khan comes to the party, then of course it's a different story altogether. But if I think Hyderabad पहले batting करेगी तो they just have to negotiate Mohammad Siraj. If he's negotiated well, they could get onto a big score.
Definitely. I mean, with Travis Head and Ishan Kishan is due. अभी पहले मैच के बाद उन्होंने भी परफॉर्मेंस कुछ नहीं दिया है, तो I think even he'll have to perform today. And there's of course Klassen, who has been, their supporter throughout.
And hopefully Aniket Verma will come in at his designated space place and
Yeah.
not come in after coming to Mendes. Last time they sent him after class and they sent him after Mendes, and he
Yeah.
comes in when 18-20 runs are required. And I think that honestly, maybe they wanted a left-right combination, so they sent in
Yeah,
come into
possibly.
Mendes.
Yes.
Possibly them, one tries to understand the mind of the captain. That can be the only reason. Otherwise, there is no sense of keeping a guy like Aniket Verma back. He's class. We've seen him blasting the opposition and playing a match-winning inning. So hopefully he should be there. And I think the top four, as you rightly said, Travis said, Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan, and Nitish Kumar Reddy. These four are the like cream, and hopefully for Hyderabad they should click today.
I think for SRH to put up a good score and then defend it, these four will have to, do the match against stay. Put up a great score for Gujarat Titans to fight out. क्योंकि जॉस बटलर है वो कर सकते हैं. We have seen, of course, Shubman Gill is in top form. वो भी कर रहे हैं. He's doing his best. Sai Sudarshan has contributed consistently,
Josh
and
Butler,
yeah, he played really well. I mean, he's old and everything, but he's playing.
he's almost retired from English cricket, but
Yeah,
I
man.
think he voluntarily stepped down. I think because they played a bad championship trophy, and he was the captain. I think, and he voluntarily said he would step down as captain. I think that's what you need to do. No? This is what cricket is all about. Rahul Tewatia has not come to the party, so I think he also
Yeah.
probably can change the flow of the game, and he needs to justify his place because for the first three matches he's not really done much.
Yeah.
But then these are the players who don't do much for a few games, and then one game they make an impact, and that's why they are there. They are there for that one game.
Yeah.
So like Maxi, but Maxi didn't click yesterday. He should have, but he did not. They play for that one game. They kept for that one game when they can change the course of the tournament and the
Yeah.
match and that match and the tournament. So I think Tewatia should be also a key player today. Uh, Otherwise, in the bowling department, I don't have much confidence in a Prasidh Krishna or Ishan Sharma, as I said before. So, Sai Kishore, Rashid Khan have to come to the party. Let's hope that's good for Gujarat. But who would you, if you were the captain and win the toss, what would you do? Bat first?
I think bat first. For SRH, yes, bat first. Put a great total on board, तो defend करने के लिए उनको easy रहेगा. There's less pressure, like you said. For Gujarat as well, bat first. Put a great total क्योंकि आपके पास bowling department में थोड़ा problem है. And in the previous match, we saw कि SRH put up a great score and then defended it really well. I think
I
second
got this
innings
3-1 in favor of GT. GT has won 3 games out of the 4
in
that
yeah.
they played with SRH. So SRH that way comes in as a underdog or as a record, the team with the worst record. But I think on form, if SRH has its day, it can give GT a run for its money. And I think on the table, where are they on the table? They're all at the same place, or both at
Bottom?
the same place.
No, Gujarat is fifth. SRH is at bottom.
Oh,
Gujarat
it's at
is
the same.
third.
Oh, oh, that's because of the bad run rate. They lost by 80 runs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Gujarat is at number 3, so it's on the top 4. It's 2 out of 3. SRH is 1 out of 4. So for if SRH win, it becomes 2 out of 4 for each of them. for
Yeah.
GT and for, and then everybody then 4-2 the table again because 4-2.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, from a table perspective, SRH winning makes everything very, very exciting and all murky. Pata nahi kaun
Yeah.
jeetega. So, but I think on form, what do you think? You think? I mean, I know you're supporting GT, but purely on form, what's your sense?
I think I still go with GT considering SRH ने पहली मैच like they played really well, but then उसके बाद उनका जो strength is betting and they haven't really gotten that well. वो bowling की वजह से नहीं हारे. Their batting line collapsed. If you notice their previous games, every time it was like पहले top order नहीं खेला तो कोई नहीं खेला. We didn't see much going on later. So I think that way also form maybe GT is quite consistent at the moment.
Yes.
Shubman
Yeah, I
Gill
think
size with it.
I think I agree with you that the three matches that they lost, they won the first one by a massive margin. And then
Yeah.
everybody said SRH, 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 and then they started sliding down. And the worst was the 80-run defeat in the previous match. So they need to lift themselves out of that. And it's not easy because mentally you are under a lot of pressure. So much is expected of you, right? With some of the best batsmen in the world, a part of your team, not just IPL. So people like Travis Head are not good only in the IPL, they're good in Indian international cricket. So you expect, and Pat Cummins, you expect somebody like them to
Yeah.
take the game away. So hopefully they should live up to their expectation. It'll be good for the tournament that they don't lag behind. Otherwise, if they lose this game, then it's 1 out of 5 and no,
Then
one out
it
of four.
becomes
Sorry.
quite uneven and clear कि भाई नहीं खेल रहे, then you become the bottom three that's
Uh,
going to be
then you
around
can
in
just be a
bottom three
party spoiler by spoiling somebody's
net run
run
rate.
rate or
Yeah.
upsetting somebody from 4-5. That's the only thing you can do. Or you can't jump up to number 4, but you can play the party pooper and say, नहीं तुझे नहीं जीतने दूंगा, अगर तू जीतेगा तो तू qualify हो."
और
Something
वो
like
हो सकता है that can happen क्योंकि this team has the potential to score a very high score. वो 286 को भी क्रॉस ये टीम कर सकती है.
that. Yes.
There's a very good potential here and they could ruin the game of other person.
तो अब की बार 300 पार बोल रहे थे, वो नहीं रहा है अभी, अब की बार 300 पार.
अब की बार हम सब पार. Everybody goes home.
बिल्कुल. I think let's see how they play. I think it's going to be a good match according to me. It's because Hyderabad में खेल रहे, so it's good. Hyderabad is going to have some little advantage. Great, Gujarat is a great team, so it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be one-sided like the previous Hyderabad match where they
Yeah.
lost by 80 runs. I don't
Yeah.
think it's going to be that bad.
Yeah, Gujarat will have to, capitalize on any weakness. मतलब कुछ भी एक drop भी हुआ तो you'll have to make sure you capitalize on it. वो ball runs डाल दो. They'll have to be on spot with fielding as well. क्योंकि you cannot really take this team very lightly. Not at their
Absolutely.
home and not here, like not this team. So Gujarat will
Absolutely.
have to play very well for this. So, who will be your impact player today?
Uh, I think I would go in for Travis Head as somebody who can change. And again, the two overseas players, Pat Cummins and Travis Head. Everybody else has got to play, but I think these two are critical because they can change the game for SRH. For GT, I think Shubman Gill must perform, and again Rashid Khan, because Rashid Khan again both batting and bowling he can do. So he's the guy who come in the last over, 24 runs required, three sixes, 1 4. He can he's known to have done that in the past. There is a history of his having changed even on the batting side because he has the ability, the temperament not to get cowed down by a situation, and very fearless in his approach to the game. So I think Rashid Khan for GT, along with maybe a Shubman Gill who's got to pull up his socks and be there right on top, make that 70, 80 runs that the Sanju Samson made the other day or that Yashasvi Jaiswal made the other day, and do that. Take if they're batting first 10 overs 90, 80, 90, 95 for one. And then in the next 10 overs on 120, 130, take it to 220. Winning score 220. What do you think? 220, 225?
Upwards, 200 and upwards, anything could be a winning score. And it's possible. If this pitch has seen 286, I guess anything upwards to 22. Yeah,
Yeah, I think 200 plus is required on this pitch. If it
definitely.
is the same pitch that where Hyderabad made 286, so that's 286. So, but still we can say 200 is not a par score, but at least it's a defender. You can
Yeah,
do something with it. So anything above 200 is required.
yeah,
Anything below 200, I think is not going to work. So
agree.
if Gujarat plays first, Shubman Gill has to keep that in mind. He got to be there. Got to be
Yeah,
there till the 10th over. Be there at 9,500, and then let the other guys come in. They have a great latter half of middle order who can lift the game up. I think that's
definitely.
important. Same thing for SRH. They need to retain their first two, three
Yeah,
wickets and make a high score. And if there's chasing also, same thing. Pace it out so that you never lose. Never go by the 12, 13 chaseable mark. 12 run per over, 13 run per over is doable. The moment it crosses 15 and it touches 16,
it's
you start
difficult.
hitting with four fours. It becomes difficult because then yeah, 1 6 per over is required, which you can't do. So you could do, but you may not be able to. So 12 तक क्या है कि एक ने आपने दो फोर मारा, चार सिंगल लिए, possible तो आप you're 12 with that sort of a scoring pattern. But if it goes beyond 15, big issue.
That's what we saw with Punjab yesterday. Everybody went aggressive, and they did not really try to एक पार्टनरशिप बनाना किसी ने कोशिश ही नहीं की.
They didn't pace themselves. They don't pace
Yeah,
yourself. Nothing is impossible in cricket. So you don't pace yourself. They just wanted to come and smash.
yeah.
No, that's you got to be a little careful in deciding which delivery to play, which not to play, and so on and so forth. So let's see. Hopefully today we'll have a good game on hand.
Yeah, they'll have to play very strategically today. So
Yes.
good luck to both the teams,
Good luck to both
definitely.
the teams, and we meet
And
again. And once again, to the viewers, we had a previous section on the question of the day. We had a quiz, a new quiz, Sunday to Sunday का quiz है हमारा. आप जरूर इसमें पार्टिसिपेट करिएगा, जवाब दीजिएगा, और 2,500 रुपये का प्राइज मनी है, उसको अनदेखा मत करिए. और बट दिमाग लगाइए, अच्छे जवाब दीजिए, आपको अच्छा प्राइज मिलेगा, और हम आपको इनवाइट भी करेंगे प्रोग्राम. थैंक यू.
see you tomorrow.
सी यू टुमारो.
MI versus RCB. Please come back. I think हम दोनों बहुत दिल से अपनी टीम को डिफेंड करेंगे. It will be
I
interesting
know, I know,
session.
I know. You are crazy about RCB and I'm crazy about Mumbai. So
Yeah,
let's see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a great game. Let's see. Okay.
come
All
back
right.
for tomorrow, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.